This is my presentation on alcohol and its harmful effects on the human body. First up, looking at alcohol's effect on the central nervous system. It works as a depressant to the central nervous system, which slows down brain function and activity. This includes nerve cells within the central nervous system. They're much slower, and it can affect all five senses, some examples being blurred vision, slurred speaking, and loss of balance. And these are all caused by the alcohol's direct effect on the cerebellum. And we can also see that it affects our mood control, our ability to control ourselves whatsoever, and also our memory. Moving on to the effects on the heart, drinking can lead to a higher blood pressure, and the reason for this is every single time that you drink, your blood pressure rises during the duration of your buzz. This can lead to long-term, permanent high blood pressure, as well as an increased rate of heartbeats whenever you're drinking. And an excess amount of this also could lead to permanent damage, which could result in cardiovascular disease, which leads to stroke and even heart failure. Next, looking at the most impacted of these so far being the liver. The liver is what processes alcohol and filters it and tries to get all the nutrients out of what little nutrients there is in alcohol. And you actually are damaging or even killing liver cells every single time that you drink. And over time, if the right nutrients aren't brought into the liver and it's just continued alcohol with little nutrient gain, we can see on the right side, it can start with just a buildup of fat, but even lead on to cirrhosis, which is a disease that is caused from excess drinking. And this can lead to liver failure, which is fatal. So I will leave you with this, and that is to stick to water. I can promise you every single system that we've studied in this class will thank you for it.
You don't seem to
Mr. Krabs, I have an idea.
Functions
of
the
lobes
of
the
brain.
by
Ariana.
and Zoe. To begin with, we have the frontal lobe.
Frontal lobe includes abstract thought, explicit memory, mood, motivation, foresight, and planning, decision making, emotional control, social judgment, voluntary motor control, and speech production.
Then we have the parietal lobe.
Which contains taste, somatic sensation, sensory integration, visual processing, spatial perception, language processing, and numerical awareness.
Then there's the occipital lobe.
Which results in visual processing and visual awareness.
Now, second to last, we have the temporal lobe.
Which includes hearing, smell, emotion, learning, and language comprehension, memory consolidation, verbal memory, visual and auditory memory, and language.
Now, finally, we have the insula.
Which includes taste, pain, visceral sensation, consciousness and emotion and empathy, and the cardiovascular homeostasis.
Ay. Teach me how I move, ay. They'd be like, Victor, what? Can you teach me about my muscles? You know why? Cause all the fibers love you, ay. All I need is a nerve that's super bumping in for you to flex and contract. Smooth, cardiac, and skeletal, they all unwind. They gonna be in action when they feel the signal, right? Smooth muscles in our organs, they can't be beat. Involuntary does its part. Where to start? It's real smooth like Victor, non-striated, spindle-shaped. Then there's cardiac, working like a maniac. Keep the heart pumping and involuntary jumping. Single central nuclei, the party never dies. Skeletal, the final type, got us moving where we like. The voluntary kind, needing signals from my mind. Striated like it's nothing, between bones like they touching. The muscles help us do it, the beat was bubblegum. My method chewed it. Teach me about our muscles, you can teach me about muscles. Teach me about muscles, you can teach me about muscles. All my cells love me, all my cells love me. All my cells love me, you ain't moving without muscles.
Alright, peace bro. See you bro.
Reflexes occur when your body bypasses part of the central nervous system using the spinal cord as the main conduit for a reaction. The electrical signals in Alex and Liam's hands are sent to their spinal cords through sensory neurons.
A monosynaptic reflex occurs when the impulse is directed straight from the sensory neuron to the motor neuron. Polysynaptic reflexes occur when the impulse is transported between the two with interneurons.
The signal is then sent back to their hands through motor neurons, and they experience quite the shock.
I am so major, a myriad records, with 4 million psoas. Remember vastus, lateralis, medialis, intermedialis. First, you have your pectatus, then comes your ductor brevis, but then you have your ductor longus, and then you have something called the seatbelt that's called your sartorius, but not the tears, because the tears is literally your rectus femoris. Feel the leg as you move, no one else can hold it for you, only the iliotibial tract, lattes out, gracilis, and can we move on to the nerve? Number front is with the moral, just passage to 2 more nerves. Turn your right, and see it. Sciatic nerve, don't forget about the 3 inferior branches. But I can't live that way. TGOGO, keep staring at the greater trochanter of the femur, then you open. You have your maximus alongside your medius and your minimus. You have your bicep femoris short, and then your long head. Don't you forget your semitenosis. Feel the sun on your soleus. No one else can plantar flex it. Only you can flex this knee. Plantaris, popliteus, and together in the back.
Yo, anatomy. Let's kick it. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby. First up, frontal lobe of the brain regulates emotion and performs motor function. It is the brain's largest lobe, most common place for you to get injured. Where's it located? Behind the forehead. Next up is occipital. This is the center for all things visual, depth, distance, perception, and color. Back of the brain, right above the cerebellum. Don't damage this part. If you do, you won't be able to see art. Love it or leave it, you better listen. These are just the first 2 lobes. If you have a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Listen up for the lobes of the brain. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby. Now that the first two are done, we're going to move on to the temporal lobe. It is located below the frontal. It helps you use your ears. Without this, you can't communicate, and you can't remember what you just ate. That's the temporal. 3 are done. Next up is the parietal. Parietal, behind the frontal, it's responsible for much more. First of all, it deals with the sense of touch. What kind? The kind that makes you say ouch. Next up, it controls your writing. Helps you write and also helps you talk. That is all for parietal. We're done. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby. Brain lobes, baby.
Yo, I'm walking to the class and I see a dude struggling. He's sitting by himself thinking and he just mumbling. I said, that's like, what's up, son? How you been living? Man, I'm not stressing like I got 55 children. Dang, what's on your mind? I'm just contemplating class. I'm a crash if I fail another test, I ain't gon' pass. Man, what straight grades? I got a 30 on my test and then a 40 and a 50. Man, I swear I try my best. Man, if that's your best, you need to change the way you study. No computer, handwrite your notes, even if it's ugly. Listen, buddy, the test is Friday. We do it my way. Study harder, you can kick and chill just like a spa day. Alright, son, except for study guide, keep it open, read it front to back, and you can get the grade that you're hoping for. In the class, the first one we explore. I'll teach you class, but you need to learn so much more. I'm only here to get your foot in the door and raise your score. I can't have you out doing worse than before, so let's start it. The inner crystals, we got many types of glands, and at the minute you can count the number on your hands. Pituitary glands, divided into parts, anterior and then the posterior, and that's the front and back just to make it more clearer. Interior, posterior, man, tell me about the difference. Interior produce release hormones you got to live with. You got the ACTA, you got the TSH, you got the LH, and then you got the FSH. Come on now, come on cousin, don't forget the rest. You got the GH and the PRL. I too little with the GH will have you shorter than a bell. I cool, I got the front, I teach you about the back. It's the posterior cousin, gotta say it like that. ADH, oxytocin get released from store. Hypothalamus is where they come from, hope you ain't bored. I'm not bored, you sure? Yeah man, I'm sure, but I need it, just go and go home. All the way man, don't forget about the tropic hormone. Can't forget, it's important for production. Production of what? Of all the endocrine glands. Get an A up on the test, you gon' be feeling like the man. That's it for the pig land, now we can move on. Topic style, roar gland, hope I can fit it in a song. It's butterfly shit for real, yeah, word is born. Or is it at the front of the neck, below the larynx? Connected by two lobes, two essential hormones produce. The first is thyroxine A, get 84, and active like a ring when no one's at the door. And then we got your aerodynamic, which is T3, it regulates metabolism in the use of E. What's E? E is strong for energy. Without E, you ain't gonna be feeling like doing anything. What else it do? It regulates the body functions. I'm under the assumption, you know what iodine is so goddamn important. Nah, son, I don't know nothing. Let me learn my lesson, teach me something. Aight, son, iodine needed to make T3 and T4. Too much iodine will have you sweaty, dripping on the floor. Too little iodine will have you constipated, screaming, oh Lord. I'm running out of time and you need to learn much more about thyroid glands, so to the net we explore. Remember the words that I told you, get an A for sure. Hey, don't forget, we on the topic of endocrine and thyroid, one of them, yes, an endocrine. Times on myself, so overview is the plan. No endocrine system have you stuck like a shark that I came up on sand.